Welcome to today's webinar on the WhatsApp chatbot revolution in sales, part of our WhatsApp Business AI Chatbot Summit series. Today, we are not just talking about chatbots, we are diving into a revolutionary way businesses are transforming their sales processes, while we will explore how AI is shaking up customer communication and how WhatsApp is leading the charge and changing the way companies drive sales. So let's look at today's agenda. We will show you how easy it is to set up your own AI-powered chatbot in Superchat with just a few clicks. Feel free to use the chat on the right-hand side to ask any questions throughout the webinar. Someone from our team will respond right away. Afterwards, at the very end, we will have a little Q&A session. So we will also highlight some of these questions, and I will get back to these questions at the very end of today's webinar. So let me get started. So before we dive in, though, let me introduce myself briefly. I will also try to keep it super short. I'm Mika, one of the co-founders of Superchat. 4 years ago, my co-founder Yilmaz and I embarked on a mission to change the way businesses communicate with customers. Why? Because, let's be honest, email and phone calls were just starting to feel a bit outdated, and we knew businesses needed something new. Fast forward to today, we've built the leading WhatsApp business CRM, helping over 4,500 customers around the globe stay ahead of the curve. Now you might be wondering, why should I listen to this guy? Fair question. Well, I've spent the last 6 months immersed in all things AI chatbot, talking to customers, fine-tuning our product, and personally onboarding over 50 of you in the last month alone. I've seen it all from insurance brokers to large-scale e-commerce giants. So while I like to keep things light, I take this topic seriously, and I'm genuinely excited to share what I've learned with you today. All right, now that you know a bit about me, probably more than you wanted to, let's dive into why we're really here today. Imagine a world where your sales team is always one step ahead, converting leads faster than ever before and closing deals like a well-oiled machine. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's closer than you think. Right now, there's a major shift in how consumers want to interact with businesses. And those who jump on board early will be the ones leading the sales revolution. To fully understand this transformation, we need to step back and explore what role does technology and especially AI play in shaping the future of sales? And what role does the technology and AI play in the future? So over the years, the way businesses connected with potential customers has evolved drastically. From cold calls and emails to live chats and now messaging. Those businesses that adapted to these changes thrived. Those that didn't struggled to stay relevant in the fast-paced sales environment. So what's driving this relentless change? Let's explore 3 critical factors. First, a shift in consumer behavior. We all know the saying, the customer is king. And today that's truer than ever before. Buyers expect faster, more convenient communication. If you don't meet their needs, they can quickly find a competitor who will. That's the reality of modern sales. Second, new innovations. Every so often, a new technology emerges that completely changes how we live and how we do business. AI is the latest breakthrough that's already making wave in the sales world. It's a tool that can help businesses connect with potential customers more efficiently, closing deals faster. Finally, the competitive landscape. Your competitors are constantly listening to their customers and adopting new technologies. If you don't keep up, they will take the market share you've worked so hard to build. Your ability to stay ahead depends on your willingness to innovate and leverage new technologies to meet sales demands. Sales has always required businesses to adapt new ways of connecting with potential customers. But to truly understand where we are now, we need to look back at the major shifts in technology that have brought us here. The internet changed how we find information, how we communicate and do business, creating a global marketplace for sales. Web 2.0 changed how we interact online, moving from static web pages to interactive platforms where users create content and engage with each other, allowing for more direct sales conversations. The introduction of the iPhone and smartphones changed our daily lives by by giving us the internet and communication tools in our pockets, making us always connected and rising expectations for instant responses in sales. But now we are entering a new era, the era of AI. Experts agree that AI will surpass all previous tech advancement. It will fundamentally change how businesses can generate and close leads forever. And now you might be wondering, why is AI set to first disrupt communication between businesses and potential customers? Because AI is exceptionally good at two things. On the one hand, problem solving, and on the other hand, communication. That's why we need to be extra quick to adopt it. This shift is happening fast, and those who embrace it early will lead the sales game. Let's face it, technology is reshaping how we connect with potential customers. There's one driving force behind all these innovations: the ever-changing desires of buyers. So, what are buyers craving today? Keeping up with their expectations can feel like chasing a moving target, but nailing it is absolutely essential. Buyers seek guidance that is always available, day and night, 365 days a year, whether it's answering product questions or guiding them through the buying process. Buyers nowadays want responses that are instant, ensuring no potential leads slip through the cracks. Buyers nowadays also want to reach the businesses on their preferred channel, be it on WhatsApp, Instagram, or email. Buyers also seek guidance that speak their language, literally, with messaging that resonates. They seek guidance that is sharp, consistent, and persuasive throughout the entire sales journey. And they also want guidance that feels personal, engaging like a real conversation with a trusted advisor, not a scripted bot. Sounds like a tall order, right? But don't worry, we've got your back. That's where Astro comes in, the ultimate AI sidekick built not just to meet, but smash these expectations in the sales world. Astro isn't just another chatbot. It's your sales team's ultimate superpower, designed to supercharge your sales process. Manage multiple sales conversations across all channels effortlessly, ensuring every lead is nurtured. It speaks over 52 languages fluently, helping you to connect with potential customers from all around the globe. It responds faster than you can say sales pitch in just 500 milliseconds, so you never miss a beat with your prospects. It engages like a real human, building trust and a relationship that makes it easy to forget that it's actually a chatbot. It keeps all your company's sales data and customer insights at your fingertips, delivering real-time information exactly when it's needed. And it works 24/7, 365 days a year, no coffee breaks, no vacations, just relentless focus on driving conversions. Does this all sound too good to be true? Let me show you that it actually works. Here's a screenshot from a WhatsApp conversation with one of our customers, Premium Solar Glass, led by Managing Director Oliver Hagney. They've been with us from the very beginning and now use our AI chatbot across all channels to fully automate their sales and support. Premium Solar Glass specializes in selling solar system, a very complex product that typically requires a lot of detailed sales interaction. But with Astro, AI handles it with ease. In this chat timeline, between a customer and the AI chatbot of Premium Solar Glass, you will see how human-like the chatbot truly is. The chatbot not only provides instant replies and intelligent context-aware responses, but also demonstrates a level of empathy you'd expect from a real person. For example, the chatbot references a delay in the customer's reply, acknowledging that the customer had issues with his motorcycle, and even wishes him luck in getting it repaired soon. This thoughtful personal touch is something we usually only associate with human interaction. Yet Astro delivers it flawlessly. And the best part, the message is concise, sent immediate after the customer's response, and it's just spot on. Here, just like some other examples that you can see now here, he even mentions that he's available 24/7 at the end of the message. And here you can just see like how much context the AI chatbot even has just with the message where he mentions that the installation of that customer will happen in the fourth floor. And for security reasons, we should really make sure that the wind conditions and everything are all right. So for companies that have implemented our chatbot, just like Oliver, we've seen impressive results in sales. Up to 88% of sales inquiries were fully automated and resolved across all channels, speeding up the sales cycle dramatically. Only 6% of potential customers specifically asking for human assistance, meaning the AI handles almost everything very efficiently. And an average response time of just 500 milliseconds, ensuring that no sales opportunity goes cold while waiting for a reply. Pretty impressive, right? This could be your sales team delivering this kind of experience to your customers. Sounds good? Then let's dive in and actually see how it works behind the hood. So here we go. Think of Astro as your AI teammate. It's powered by knowledge and a prompt. The knowledge is all your company's information. You can upload documents or connect your website, so Astro knows everything about your business and about your potential customers. The prompt is where you tell Astro what to do and how to act, allowing you to customize it to your needs. And all of this is built on Superchat, making it incredibly easy to integrate chatbots across all channels supported by our software and seamlessly incorporate them into our automation tool. All right, enough talking. Now it's actually time to see how Astro works in our product. So let's not waste any time and actually also jump into the product. I will share my screen really quick. So let's jump into the settings. And here you already can see a new tab that's already accessible to all of our customers from earlier today. So basically, the AI chatbot is separated in the settings where we just create the chatbot, but then it's not accessible to our customers yet. That we will do in automations and how we'll now show you exactly how it works based on the example of a car dealer. And we will just create a sales rep for like a Porsche car dealer, for a Porsche car dealer. So let's go ahead and actually see how it works. So now I will just click on new AI chatbot, and now I have to give the AI chatbot a name. In this case, we call him Scott Sales Porsche. This name is really just for internal purposes. So it's like here, just give him whatever name you prefer. So now I click on continue. And now this is the part where we actually define the prompt. I said earlier, the prompt is kind of basically imagine the AI chatbot like a new employee that begins. The prompt is kind of the onboarding, where we sit together with the AI chatbot, saying him exactly what he has to do and how he should behave. And then afterwards, we upload the retrieval data just in a second, and that's basically just like the onboarding booklet that we give to our new employee. So like here, we have a couple of examples that I want to show you really quick. So here you can click on more examples. These are kind of the big, like 3 examples that you can use the AI chatbot for. Of course, there's like the sky's the limit. It's like really, it's up to your creativity to come up with whatever. You can build a travel agent, like a personal coach with the AI chatbot. You can build games with the AI chatbot. We already did all of this also with some of our customers. So like especially like the gamification part, we will take a look at on Friday because that's like very, very special. But if you're interested in that, also join a Friday's webinar. So here we just covered the three main use cases: sales, support, and recruiting. And here we are basically already giving you the perfect prompt, like a blueprint. And here you can click on select, and now you can see we added it. Like everywhere where there are like 3x's, you just have to update it with your information, like your company data and how your processes in sales actually work. But today, as we want to create our very own sales chatbot for Porsche, we will actually do it ourselves. But actually, I forgot one thing. Here at the very top, we have a WhatsApp QR code that you can scan. And there, it's actually powered by Superchat, so just a chatbot that we created. And that chatbot via WhatsApp helps you to generate your prompt for your chatbot, if that makes sense. It's a little bit confusing, but basically scan it, just try it out, and then our chatbot will just ask you what kind of use case you want to cover with the chatbot. And at the very end, when we have all your information, we will give you the perfect prompt that you can then use in Superchat to create your first chatbot. Exactly. So here I already prepared something. Let's copy and paste it, but we will look at it in detail in a second. So here in the beginning, we just gave like this chatbot a name. We call him Scott. And for Scott, we don't really, he should feel super, super human because, we're talking about like a sales, like a car dealership with, kind of more expensive cars. So here it should feel like very human and very exclusive. So your name is Scott. You're an experienced Porsche sales representative with over 15 years of experience. Your goal is to guide customers to their dream Porsche by asking targeted questions. So like here, we will really ask very specific questions to kind of the preferences of the end customer. And based on that, we will provide him with the perfect Porsche for him to buy. And then here in the next sentence, you can see, hey, we can also give the chatbot a very specific, unique character. In our case, we just said he should, be very confident, charming, and he should also use emojis in his messages. So like here again, really, this is a very, very short prompt. You can really make it super, super long and like super tailored to your needs. Here again, really the sky's the limit. So you go crazy and really build your very own chatbot. At the bottom, we can see really quick, like kind of 4 steps that we gave, that we are giving the chatbot of like how actually he should do sales. So, the first like one is just like greet the customer by, introducing yourself and then ask questions based on their preferences and then kind of, give them their like perfect, like dream Porsche. So I think that's enough to the prompt, but it's like also the most crucial part. So it's kind of important to go a little bit more in detail here. Now we continue. That's kind of now the knowledge that we are like kind of the booklet that I mentioned earlier that we are giving the new employee, with all the company data. So here are 2 things. What we can do is like basically upload a PDF. And their best practice is just to have an FAQ. So like, your most frequently asked questions, just you like collect them and then have a question answer pairs where you just basically have the question, you provide the perfect answer, you give the chatbot all this information, and then he can actually already start. And then website, you can just upload like here at your website. We will then scrape that like page and all sub pages, and then you can decide which pages you want to make accessible to the AI chatbot, because that's usually your resource where all the information about the company is most up to date. So let's say in our case, just like to show you how it works, is we will use Porsche. Now basically I will provide the Slack here. I will say add. Now you can see something is loading in the background, so we already can continue in the meantime. And now the chatbot is also already created. So that's it. So it's like really very easy, giving it a name, prompts, basically instructions, what you should do, how you should behave, and then the knowledge. So now I can go ahead and test my AI chatbot. So here again, us saying really quick, hey, now you created your chatbot, but you haven't made it accessible to your customers yet, that we have to do in automations in a second. And here I'm now in the detail view of the chatbot that we just created. So on the right-hand side, you can see the test environment where we can already test the chatbot. Hi there, can I buy a Porsche? And now we can really test it on the right-hand side, and on the left-hand side, we can just adjust the prompt to our preferences until we are happy, and then we can actually set it live to our customers. So here we go. Hi there, this is Scott from Porsche, ready to discover your perfect Porsche. Tell me, have you already thought about the model you'd like? So exactly kind of the prompt. We said, introduce yourself and then ask very specific questions, kind of guiding the buyer to his perfect Porsche. So Lion, here really quick, here is the knowledge. So again, we have files and website. We didn't provide any files. So let's go into the website tab. So here you can already see we scraped a whole bunch of pages. Here you can now really also scrape specific pages of multiple websites. So it's like super, super flexible. Even if you update your website, once in a while, you can just with one click here, just say, hey, sync the data. And then we will go to your website again, sync all the data so that the chatbot is always up to date. Really quick, keep in mind that we always need a couple of minutes to train your chatbot on the new data. So once every while, once a week, if you update the knowledge of your chatbot by adding and also removing data, it will take a couple of minutes for him to be updated. So if like the answers in the test environment are not 100% correct, it might be the case that the chatbot is just not 100% trained yet. So that's why we say also here, hey, please always wait 20 minutes before testing it again, because otherwise it might lead to errors. Exactly, that's basically it. So now we've seen how easy it is to set up the chatbot, and now I show you also how easy it actually is to add it to one of our automations. So again, I won't go into the detail about our automation feature today. I will just show you how to set up an automation with the AI chatbot. But for everyone who's new here, the automation tool is basically just a very powerful tool where you can build now chatbots, chat flows, also with interactive buttons, WhatsApp across all channels, Instagram, Facebook, SMS. And you can also do workflows like assigning conversations automatically to team members, etc. So it's super, super powerful. So let's go ahead and actually get started. Scott from Porsche, and now we want him to start when a customer is sending a very specific keyword to a WhatsApp number, find my dream car. And now we can also already initiate the AI chatbot. So here you can see we now have a new note here, AI chatbot, so that we can now use. So basically, again, what happens now is every time a new message comes in from this WhatsApp number, we will check whether the message was exactly find my dream car. If that's the case, we then start the conversation with the AI chatbot. Super handy because we will generate WhatsApp me links that you can add to your website, and we also generate a QR code. And once the user, your customer, clicks on the WhatsApp me link or scans the QR code, we will redirect them to WhatsApp with the keyword here pre-filled, find my dream car, and then all he has to do is send that keyword, and then the automation already starts. So super, super easy. So now here we will cover it briefly because I think you guys are waiting to see the AI chatbot actually in action. So here we can do some more advanced settings. So here, first of all, we now have to say what chatbot we want to initiate here. In our case, it's Scott Sales Porsche. And then here in the run guide, you can think of it as kind of an extension of the prompt. So here you can have a generic prompt saying, hey, you are a travel agent. And then here you can say, for Paris. So basically, having one generic chatbot and then kind of customizing it and fine-tuning it also here, if you have like multiple different use cases, one for one AI chatbot, for example. So that's run guide. Then this one, user input expires in. If you are familiar with our automation feature, you've seen it in our waiting for reply node. Here, what we are basically doing is you can customize it. And here, if the contact hasn't responded for 12 hours, then you can continue the workflow here, or it will end. You can, of course, also increase the time window. It's just important that the automation at some point ends. Otherwise, it would be infinite, which is not good for multiple reasons. And then two more things that are super, super handy is the human handover. So watch closely when I enable it. You can see here a new dot will show up. And then it's kind of self-explanatory when contacts ask for human help. So there we have a little AI model in the background. So if your customer says something in between the lines, hey, connect me with a human, or I don't want to talk to a chatbot anymore, then you can very easily say, hey, then the next action should be, no worries, we will connect you with one of our agents ASAP, and then I can here in the next step assign the conversation to one of my car dealer sales reps. That's super handy because now what happens is every time a customer is for some reason annoyed, it's in most cases not the case because they don't even realize it's an AI chatbot. But if something happens, you are always on the secure side, because then like one of your sales reps is like notified on the smartphone or on our desktop app, and then they can call the customer or just respond manually. Very similar, last thing here is the automatic call recognition. A little bit weird wording, but basically what's there, it's like mostly for support use cases. It's basically we listen to whether the problem of the customer was resolved. So let's say customer has a problem, the AI chatbot resolves that problem. Then the AI chatbot asks, hey, do you have any further questions? The customer asks no. We know the conversation is done. So then we can do the following. We just can mark the conversation automatically to done, especially relevant for customers that have a huge volume of messages, so that kind of the inbox stays very organized and clean. So that's basically the use case here. So let's go back. We actually already prepared a very nice automation here, pretty much the same. We just made it a little nicer, and it also only works for me because I did like a phone number filter in here. So basically, again, same thing that happens here is a new message comes in. When it's exactly hi Porsche, you filter only available for me, so that's my number. And then we send a very nice welcome message saying, hey, welcome to the Porsche Center. How can we assist today? We have three options here: discover Porsche, book test drive, or speak to support. We now just build it so far that we covering this part here, but you can extend it how you want. And now we initiate the chatbot that we just created. So now let's go into our unified inbox. Here you can actually already see. I'm just getting my phone, sorry for that. Here you can already see that's me. And I basically scanned the QR code. I was redirected to WhatsApp, and I just sent the keyword hi Porsche. Now I've received this very nice image on my phone with welcoming me, and now I will just start a conversation with the chatbot. So discover Porsche, and just click on it. And now it will start. Keep in mind, currently we are on the test environment once again, just for testing purposes. We use that everywhere. It's significantly slower, unfortunately, than our production. So it will take a second, and then it will get started. But just try it out in your workspace. It's super, super quick there. It's just a little setup problem on our side. So here we go. We received the message from the AI chatbot. That was also very long. So a test environment. So the chatbot responded with, hey, hey, here is Charles from Porsche, ready to discover your perfect Porsche. It's actually another one that we call charts. It's the same prompt. And now I will just say something. Let's try to trick the chatbot. I will say I want something. I want something in red. Kind of random. Let's see what he does. This time was quick. Great choice. Red really makes a Porsche stand out. Have you already thought about which model you'd like? I will zoom in a little bit so that you guys can also read it properly. So now let's go ahead and be a little bit funny. I will just respond with meh. I'm buying a Ferrari instead. Let's be a rough customer today. The AI chatbot answered, "Oh, going for the Ferrari, are you? I get it. It's it's a worthy opponent. But before you make your final decision, have you considered the new Porsche 911 Carrera S? It combines elegance and performance like no other. What do you think?" Now I will say, sounds good, but is there enough space for my 2 kids and my wife? Let's see what the AI chatbot now comes up with. Nice. The Porsche 911 Carrera S is more of a 2+2 seater, which might feel a bit tight for a whole family, especially on longer trips. If you're looking for more space without compromising on performance, the Porsche Cayenne could be the perfect fit. How does it sound for you and your family? So as you see, like from the message itself, you would never expect that to actually, come from an AI chatbot. It's super, super human, and we really can create the chatbot to our liking, giving it the perfect like a voice that you are also using in our sales team, and also kind of establish a brand around it. So let's do a final thing. I want to book a test drive. So let's say sounds good. How about a test drive? Absolutely, a test drive is the best way to feel Porsche magic. When would you like to come by for a test drive the Porsche Cayenne? Maybe tomorrow, 11 a.m. What's up? Fantastic. I've penciled you in for a test drive for the Porsche Cayenne tomorrow at 11 a.m. Can't wait to see you and show you everything this beast can do. If you have any questions beforehand, just let me know. See you tomorrow. So, like, really, really nice messages, really nice experience for the end customer. And now that's how easy it is to actually, like here in this case, being an SDR, really, qualifying your leads, and then also, booking demos, booking test drive, whatsoever. So it's like super, super versatile, and you can really kind of tweak it to your preferences. Perfect. That's it to the demo. I hope you kind of seen everything kind of that you wanted. Now let's continue with the slides really quick. So now you're probably wondering, hey, Mika, looks really, really cool. I want that. How does the pricing work? I have really great news because the AI chatbot is included from the professional plan onwards. So if you're already in professional or any plan higher, you already have access to it without being charged like 1 cent on top. In the professional, you have one chatbot included and 500 AI responses. Please keep in mind the AI responses also cost us something. So in order to be have a proper business, we also unfortunately have to charge a little bit of something for it. But we are very confident that it brings like very, very great value to you. And therefore, we also decided to you not to have to upgrade you in plans in order to get more chatbots or AI responses, but instead you can just buy more AI chatbots and also AI responses in each plan. So that makes it super, super easy. And we actually also, that's kind of new, you see it on our pricing page, the same is now also applied to automation. So if you need more automations or more automation tasks, here it works the same. So for everyone who's not a customer yet, also good news for you. In our free trial, 14-day free trial, you get full access to Superchat with every premium feature that we have, from integrations, AI, chatbot, everything. So you can really test our entire software for 14 days for free, and really, kind of see what the software is capable of. Everyone in Basic, you are still able to set up the AI chatbot in the settings. You can try it out, you can add it to automations, but you won't be able to publish an automation with the AI chatbot. We made it that way so that you can actually, use it, kind of test it yourself and see how valuable it is and what you can do with it. And then if you are convinced that it brings the value, then it's your call to upgrade to professional. Also, in the meantime, really quick, some of you might know that we have, like, every 3 weeks we have a webinar. The last couple were on automations. I will also continue doing them. Then, of course, more about automations, and then especially with the power of chatbot, because they are just like super cool, because I have so many ideas what we can do in these webinars. So I also want to show you actually what this chatbot is capable of, because we already tested it a lot, implemented a lot of really cool use cases, and I kind of just want to get this knowledge transfer so that you can also use it for your business. But for that, we also, of course, continuously creating new videos, new help center articles. So there's a lot to come in the next coming weeks. Now we can also already start with the Q&A session. Someone from the team will send me now some questions, if anyone had any. Otherwise, feel free to add them now here to the chat. Here we go. The AI limit of 500 replies, is that actual replies or conversation? That are actual replies. So every time the chatbot replies and sends a message, that's one AI response. If the option to speak with a human doesn't work, for example, they are busy or they don't answer, will Astro speak back in and take over the mention of a possible follow-up? That's currently not possible. Let me think of a workaround if we can cover that in some way. It's unfortunately currently not possible. What we will be introducing kind of soon, no timeline yet, is, however, that you have the option to only assign a conversation to users that are online. That will kind of solve your problem slightly, but what you want to do is currently not possible. But I will keep that in mind. We'll add it to our product roadmap later. Is it necessary to have all the content on the website, or does the chatbot can learn from other online sources? Exactly. So there you're completely free. Usually what happens is you kind of combine multiple knowledge resources. So what we are also doing is, for our own internal and also for our customer chatbots, we will upload PDFs. We will upload some of our help center articles from Intercom. We will upload, upload our website. You can also add multiple websites. So there you're really free to do whatever you want. Just get all the knowledge to the AI chatbot so that he basically has all the context to respond to all questions, basically. Follow up on 500 replies. If the response per conversation or each actual message the bot sends, each message that the bot actually sends. Can we connect it to Zapier and automation platforms? Exactly. That's a really, really cool part, because kind of what you can do now, it's a little bit more techy. What you can do is, with our new HTTP request node, you can also real time, get data from your CRM, for example, of that customer, and also kind of add it in the run instruction to the AI chatbot. So there you can work with variables. So kind of what you do is you have the HTTP request node, you will make a request to your CRM saying, hey, give me all the information about that customer. We receive the data back, and then you will add these information to the run instructions, and then the chatbot knows everything about the customer, what he last ordered, like how often he already did business with you, and so on and so forth. Then it's even more powerful, but that's definitely an advanced use case. Jared, that's like super hard. So like the question is, what is the average number of messages the bot will use? So it like really depends, of course, on your business, how much traffic you have, how many customers you have. But kind of, how it works is more messages usually mean also more revenue for you. Imagine like it doesn't really replace a person. We don't want to get this across, but imagine someone doing like super like answering the same questions over and over again and paying him like whatever amount per hour that the chatbot can do for you. And 500 responses are already definitely a couple of customers. So please keep that in mind. Like for us, it's really important. And I've also seen it with some customers, always the pricing question. Check it out, like, try it. And then you kind of see the impact it will have on your business, because the amount of resources that you can save by having a chatbot like Astro in place is like really game changing. Not only for sales, but also for support, for recruiting, and for a whole bunch of other things. Kind of also get creative. That's again what I mentioned earlier, kind of the marketing webinar on Friday. We will cover like how you can increase the lifetime value of customers, how you can upsell customers with a whole bunch of different gamification things. So it's definitely worth the investment. We can see it from the numbers from our customers. Pop, pop, pop. Jared, can you elaborate on your last question? I'm not getting it 100%. Ah, you mean like how many times the end customer asked specifically for a human, and then only after he asked for 3 times, then connect him? If you mean that, that's currently not possible. It's either, he asked for it and then you connect, or he doesn't, or like, you don't have it enabled, then he asks for it, but nothing will happen. And then you can even, but add to the prompt, saying to the chatbot, hey, if the customer asked for human help, just say to him, I'm the human, or whatever you want to do there. But again, like that's really, really like hard to understand in the beginning. But like if you understand it, it's like crazy, crazy powerful. Like in the prompt, like really think of the AI chatbot that's like really human being, that you tell what he should do and how he should do it. And then keep in mind, he will take everything literally. So if you say to the chatbot, use the contact name in every message, he will do it in every message. You probably don't want to do that. So like, just keep that in mind. The prompt is just like you kind of speaking to the chatbot, giving him instructions, and always keep in mind that he takes everything very literally how you say it. Alrighty, seems like nobody has questions anymore. Then I think we can move to the closing remark. So again, first of all, really thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to join us here today. I really, really hope that that kind of learned something, that you now know what you can use the AI chatbot for. And I'm very curious and very excited how you implement the AI chatbot in your business. Again, we saw already a whole bunch of customers with like insane results. Like the customers couldn't believe it, like we couldn't believe it. The best example was the one from Solar Carport Werk. It's like really fascinating, like how good the AI chatbot works. And like how much you can actually automate over the AI chatbot. And again, it's always like a big competitive edge to have something like this. Having like an AI teammate responding 24/7, like right away, having all the knowledge. So that's super, super cool to see. So we are super stoked. And yeah, I wish you a really nice rest of the day and a nice week, and hopefully see you soon. Bye bye.